Hi guys, I'm about to make my mask. I'm gonna iron the corners first. I still have not figured out how to make a video by propping my phone, so I'm gonna have to hold it and cut it. But anyway, this is the material. It's 15.5 inches long by 10 inches wide. There's going to be two elastics that are 8 inches long each. This should fit anybody by the way I'm going to make it, and I'll show you how. So let me show you how I'm going to iron this. I'll open it up and then I'll show you. Okay, so you see how I ironed that down? I didn't really take much down either. I barely took it down. And I'm going to go along this edge, but first I'm going to iron this. I'm going to iron this edge. I want to iron the two, shorter width edges first. Okay, so as you can see, that edge and that edge has been ironed. Okay, so you can see how all these edges have been ironed. If I didn't have to keep stopping the camera, this thing would probably take maybe less than 10 minutes to put together all together. The ironing is going to have a big impact on this, okay? Now I'm going to end up folding this over here, okay? And then I'm going to end up, you'll see what I do, okay? I'm going to pin, but I'm going to take the elastic, I'm going to pin it inside, like that. I'm going to pin the other one inside, like that. So there's not going to be any turning inside out, but you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I have one side pinned together. So I'll show you how I did this. Like, see how well, it's in there between the two pieces, so you cannot see that elastic on the back side. And I only went in about maybe that much in there, just about that much. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it along this edge. Okay? But I'm going to put the other elastic in this side first. Okay? So here's how it looks with the elastics coming out of it. And try to keep the elastics like really flat, like that they're going in the same way on each side. Okay? Now keep in mind, this is open up here, and this is open on both sides. And it's folded up here. Okay? Turn it around. You can do whatever way you want, but that's going to stay open. These sides are going to get sewn together before I end up making folds in this, okay? Because I'm going to have to iron it again. So I am about to sew it. Unbeknownst to you guys, I had to re-thread my bob and I had to redo it, so I'm glad my camera stayed on. I'm about to sew a nice skinny little stitch all down the side here. Okay, so I sewed the little stitch all along, all the way down, and then I can take the pins out. So now it looks like a little pouch because this part is the only part that's open. You see what I mean? Then you got these two elastics over here. Now I'm going to end up folding it and pinning it. Okay, so I'm just kind of showing you how I pinned it. I folded it up from the bottom. I just rolled it up, and then I did it one more time right about here, and make it nice and straight, going across like that. Pin that. Okay, and when you pin this together, before you sew it, make sure the top is up here, and then fold it over to make sure that both sides look about even, and then just have to refold it if they don't look like they kind of match of how you did it. Okay, I mean, it's not going to be a big deal if they don't match, but you try to get them as close as possible. Okay, alright, so now I'm going to sew it again all along here and all along here, and then this part should be the only part open, and then I'm going to take these and I'm going to iron them down flat, and then I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay, so here it is, nice and ironed, nice and neatly. I forgot to tell you to try to get as close as possible with the stitching. If not, the mask will kind of flap out a little bit. So there's the opening at the top, and you know me, somehow I get the Dollar Tree stuff in here. Now this filter, I'm going to cut it to fit right in there. Okay, I'm going to cut it into a square, because when I first started making masks last year, I was thinking, filter, what could be a filter? And the first thing that popped in my head was a coffee filter, of course, because, I don't know, maybe because the word filter's in it, but I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to cut that. And one other thing, the masks that they were making last year, sometimes these were too short for the ear or too long for the ear, so I get one of these. Those little teeny black elastics that you can, I think you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree. I'm not really sure. I think you can, yeah. I think actually that's where I got them in a pack. And I'm going to put it, I know you can order some of those things online, but they didn't have them when I tried to order them, so I just got these, and I'll show you how it looks. And if it's also way too big, what I do is I turn it over, and I make like a little dart at the bottom. I sew it just a little teeny tiny dart, so that when it goes on your face, it kind of goes under the chin. Just a little teeny tiny dart. And sewers will know what I mean, and if not, just sew it at like a little angle, like a shape of an A, right down at the bottom, in the middle. Okay, so here it is with the filter inside of it, and if you put it in right, you won't even see it. And this is what I mean about taking one of those Dollar Tree, the little elastics. You can push it up to make it closer. You can make it, if it doesn't fit you, okay? And I think that, that's pretty much it. I wish I had a mask to show you what I mean about the dart. Let me see if I do. Okay, so I found one of the other masks I made, and there's the little dart at the bottom. I just sewed it a little, like a little A shape right in there. That's the inside. This is also one of them. You can put anything you want in there. You could put a little blue mask, a little paper mask that you buy at the store. Sometimes I do that. But this one, even though the dart is on, it was made to, like, show this for under the chin. Sometimes I wear it like this because Halloween is over, and this was for Halloween. As you can see, the shining. So, that was cute material. Everybody loves this mask. They like both sides of it. Okay, guys, so that's it. That's how I cut the filter. That's it without the filter. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and this mask is so easy to make because you don't have to turn it inside out. It's so easy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.